Hey everyone, I'm back for another video, and before I get started, I do want to put a disclaimer out there that this video isn't meant for people under the age of 16, 18, just because I will be mentioning subjects relating to, I will be swearing. I will be talking about things that might not be suitable for children or teens. And another disclaimer is that I will be mentioning my mental health problems, because this is kind of a diary format of a video. So, my disclaimer has been made. So if you're not comfortable with any of those things, please, you can leave the video right now. And but if you end up staying, welcome. This is a video in which I will be doing my makeup and just talking about, current events, whatnot, just stuff that crosses my mind, what's going on in my life right now. And let's get started. So today I wanted to do some makeup because I don't feel like a human being. I don't feel like a person right now because of COVID, because of my mental illnesses, because of a lot of things. I just haven't felt normal for a while, especially not right now. So I wanted to do this video today. And hopefully, some of you may relate with me. That would be great. Please leave in the comments below how this whole pandemic has affected you. I would like to know. I want to know what everybody's feeling about it. And I will not tolerate anyone being rude or trying to disprove the pandemic and COVID-19. It's a real thing. You can't disprove it. Anyways, that's my salty disclaimer about people who don't believe that COVID-19 is real. Honey, it's real. It's killing people. So, I'm gonna get started by doing my brows because that's usually how I start a makeup routine. I feel like my brows, if I don't fill them in, look kind of insane. Also, do you like my earrings? They're just like these record discs, vinyls, I don't know how to pronounce it. They are quite heavy, as you can tell. My ear is kind of drooping, but they look really cool, so I don't even care. I actually wanted to start by putting some clips in my hair. I don't know how to place these, but I just want to kind of go for it. I don't know, I just want to try and put these on. By the way, there's a sock on my microphone because I tried filming this video without the sock and it just doesn't sound as good. Obviously there's some people who get the fancier things that are actually meant for a microphone and not a pair of socks. But I had a sock and I was like, maybe it'll help. I hope that it does. Let me just get a sip of water first. My mouth is kind of dry. So I'm going to start by talking about something that will cheer me up, and that is my hamsters. I have 2 hamsters. My first hamster that I got was back on August 30th. He was born on the 22nd of July, and his name is Banjo. He's very cute. He's a Roborowski hamster. He's very, very small. Very tiny. He weighs 26.6 grams the last time that I weighed him. He's very active as a Roborowski. He's very, very quick, very active. A bit hard to handle at times, but that's okay. I have tamed him, but he's still very skittish of sudden hand movements or even just hand movements in general. He's a very skittish hamster. But that's okay, I can totally understand. He's a tiny little boy. Very small, very cute. And my second hamster, who lives in this little enclosure right here, her name is Banjo, which means slipper in French. And she is much more sociable, although not that sociable, but relatively compared to Banjo, she's much more sociable. She enjoys coming out of her cage. Again, unlike Banjo, she really likes coming out of her cage and exploring, and she enjoys doing the not elevator, but when I put my hands in front of each other, she's really quick and really fast. And she lives in I made a homemade enclosure inspired by Vanilla Ham's homemade enclosure. And yeah, she seems happy. Sorry. I do want to add more accessories to her enclosure, but I haven't had the chance to do that yet. By the way, if you guys want me to do a video on my hamsters, please comment down below and I'd be happy to do that. The thing is, right now I'm using my camera on my laptop and I've connected my microphone to it because I felt like the microphone on my computer kind of sucks, and so does the microphone on my iPod. I have an iPod Touch and then also a crappy phone which I use for texting, which I know is like outdated and I probably should just get an iPhone or an intelligent phone, but whatever. I don't follow the rules. Do I look like I follow the rules? I'm bisexual. I don't have time for that. Anyways, I literally forgot what I was talking about, which brings me to my next subject, which is, one of my hamsters is making some sound. I don't know which. I think it's Banjo. Yeah, Banjo's like rustling in his bedding. I love them so much. I love my hamsters. Anyways, my next subject is my mental health illnesses. Now, I do want to talk about the subject, not really to like complain about it. I mean, obviously, kind of, but it's mostly to talk about it and bring awareness. Right now, I go to university, but I don't go in person because of COVID. Since last year, March 13th, that was the last day that I ever went to school. And then everything went to hell. And I hadn't been at school physically since then. I've been doing classes online, which is very difficult for me because, first of all, I have pretty bad anxiety and depression, so staying motivated is especially difficult for me. Staying motivated and staying connected to reality can be very difficult. And I also happen to have like more or less diagnosed ADHD. I didn't get diagnosed as a child because I was a girl, and that's like just a thing that like girls, like children who are girls, don't get diagnosed with ADHD as much as guys do because it's much more hidden. And I only got diagnosed in the past couple years with someone who has ADHD, and I do have meds for it, but I don't take it very often, just because I don't find that it helps that much. I had one episode actually where I had a really big project coming up and I could just not focus on it at all, and I took 2 pills. It's bifentin. I took 2 pills and it just made me so anxious and shaky, and I had also had coffee too, so I was just like very shaky, very anxious, and I just ended up messaging or sending an email to my prof and being like, hey, I can't do this right now. And all the professors at my school, what's the word for that? Thankfully, sorry, I was thinking of heureusement in French. Anyways, thankfully, all the professors last semester and also this fall semester that just passed were very comprehensive with how everyone was having a hard time, because even they were probably having a hard time, doing their job at a distance like that the entire time. And often professors now have all their students' cameras just turned off, and even microphones, so it's much less interactive, and it must be very demotivating for professors. And I just wanted to send a message out there to all the teachers and essential workers and people who work in hospitals, and just say that I'm also an essential worker, by the way. I work in a grocery store, and I get it. It's fucking hard. Some people just get to stay at home and work from home, which I'm sure has its own struggles, but it's not the same than having to go to work and endanger yourself and seeing people not take all the precautions seriously. And it's very depressing seeing all those people wearing their mask under their nose like an idiot, or people just refusing to wear a mask at all and then having to call the police, and the police don't do anything because fuck the police fucking sucks. I hate the police. All cops are bastards, by the way. Anyways, Black lives still fucking matter. I'm like mad at that. I'm shook. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. But you know, just saying, Black lives matter. If you disagree with that, you can go ahead and dig a hole, jump in it, and then put the dirt back on yourself. Just, you know, just a little tip for you guys. Okay, I'm done being salty for now. Anyways, I just don't understand how some people can think that a whole population's lives don't matter. It baffles me. And I live in Canada, and I also hate how some Canadians will compare themselves to Americans and be like, oh, Canada's so much better than America. Like, sure, the situation might be more dire in America, but right now in Canada, the situation isn't that much better. I live in a city that has a lot of new cases of COVID every single day, and also deaths of COVID, and it still isn't being taken seriously by officials in our government, and it's really stressing everyone out that actually has a brain in their head. Like, there's a new law where I live where there's a curfew, so everyone has to be in their homes past 8 p.m. unless they have like special permission or something from their workplace, or if they're walking a dog. Like, dogs prevent you from catching COVID, or like COVID only appears at night. Like, I don't see the purpose of doing a curfew, but kids are still going to school, often in very cramped classrooms, and then going back home to give COVID to their families. I don't understand the logic. And sure, there's been a lot of studies, and like, you know, there's been a lot of experts, obviously, that were asked, that were what's the word for that? I forget. I can't express myself, I swear to God. Consulted, that's the word. There were a lot of experts that were consulted, obviously, or I hope so, to make this decision, saying that children, their mental health and development could be seriously affected by schools closing down for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. But at the same time, like, at some point, we have to prioritize things, and school has always been not a very accessible thing in general, and people are now just starting to use the excuse of classism and ableism just to say that we have to keep the schools open. And it's just like, now you're starting to see that. Like, it's too late, bro. It's too late. I'm just mad at things. When I said I was gonna stop being salty, I lied. Can you tell? Anyways, let's change subjects again. Let's go back to school. University. And I was saying thank you very much to professors and teachers who are still doing their job diligently, despite the fact that it's very difficult right now to do your job diligently, considering everything that's happening. It's difficult. It takes a huge toll on your mental health and even your physical health. Yeah, and I just wanted to say that I'm proud of you. If you still work and you're still going strong during COVID, you're very strong. And I'm very impressed, I guess, by those people. And they deserve better. They really do deserve better. Now, and there's also, because there's a curfew, the Prime Minister of my province was like, well, all homeless people can just go into houses meant for homeless people. There's enough room in there. But there really isn't. There's not enough room for all the homeless population in my city. And I find that extremely ironic because a little while back there was a camping site, kind of like a camp of like homeless people in this park, and the police came and took it all down and took all their stuff and put it in big garbage trucks, took all the things of these homeless people, and now they're telling them that they have to be in homes after 8 p.m. Like, how rich is that? It pisses me off. Anyways, probably shouldn't pull my lid like that. As you can tell, this video is gonna be long, but personally I actually prefer nice long ASMR videos, although it will take a while to upload, but that's okay. my internet speed in my new apartment is much faster. I used to live in my parents' house, and their internet sucked so much. Like, uploading a 20-minute video would literally take, like, the whole night. Now it takes, like, 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the video. Okay. I don't know what kind of eye look I want to do. I kind of want to do sparkly stuff. Let's do sparkly stuff. I also wanted to talk about the game Among Us. First of all, I do like watching Let's Plays of Among Us. Let's go with that. I think they're very fun to watch. And I just wanted to say, I mean, obviously everyone knows this, but Corp's husband's voice is like, what? Like, I have a decently low voice for a woman. I can reach, like, C3. C4 is middle C, right? I can reach C3. What's a C? I don't have very pitch. But I know that I can reach C3 and even A2 on, like, good days, or I guess bad days, depending on how you want to see it. But I have a pretty low voice, or pretty low singing voice. I just have a weird range in terms of singing. If you guys want to see a singing video, you'd have to check out my other channel, on which I haven't uploaded a singing video yet, but I plan on doing so. I don't sing that well, but I do enjoy doing it, so. As I was saying, Corpse Husband's voice is so fucking deep. Like, what, bro? How the fuck, bro? How do you do that? I don't know. Also, did you guys watch Unis Honest? I did. I only discovered it like a month before it got deleted, because that was the whole like premise of the channel, was that after a year it would get deleted. So I did not have time to vision to see all the videos, and I found that kind of sad. But I really did enjoy the stuff that I did see, and I fell in love. I'm like kidding, obviously, but I fell in love with Ethan. Oh my god, what a cute boy. See, I'm mostly into women because I just think they're pretty and beautiful and amazing. I think that, like, all women that I've met are just very beautiful. And I just really like women. But then there's certain guys that I'm just like, you're so cute. Hi, how are you doing? Like, I like cute boys. I don't like hot boys. Hot boys can suck my dick. I like cute boys. Cute boys are so cute. And that's the end of that. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh well. I'm just putting this light pink color in my crease. Hopefully this is still sounding ASMR-y enough. I don't know. Also, I really suck at eyeshadow. And also, whenever I do eyeshadow, my forehead lines show much more. Although, I think I'm going to look young for a very long time. Because everyone at work seems to think that I'm like 17. I'm like, I'm 23. Hi, I was born in 1997. Like, people don't seem to think that I'm my age. I don't look that young either, according to myself. But I don't look that young either. Like, I don't look like I'm a teen, you know? Anyways. I find that funny. That, like, people think that I'm underage. And I'm like, what? Anyways. Alright, I don't really know what to do with this eyeshadow look. This is why I want to do live stream, because I want to be able to ask somebody what to do with my eye makeup, you know. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go with this color here, Puree. This palette, by the way, smells so freaking good. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's do like that. Again, as you can tell, I'm not really good at eyeshadow. I just kind of go with it. But I would be down for some Just recently, I started doing waterline, like the bottom waterline in black, and I used to hate that look on me because I found it looked like too gothy or too sad. I don't know. I just didn't like it on me. But recently, I've been doing it, and it's like, wow, this actually looks pretty good on me. Not gonna lie. I used to think that I used to hate my brown eyes. I used to wish that I had green eyes. Not blue eyes. I really wanted green eyes. My mama has green eyes, and I've always wanted her green eyes. But now I really appreciate my brown eyes. I really think they're beautiful. And they are, like, you can't really tell in the video, but I can see right here, the inner rim is like kind of greenish, brownish. Like, my eyes kind of change colors. I guess it's called hazel, but they're still like very dark. My eyes are like dark hazel, pretty much. And that's like the only way that I can explain it or describe it. By the way, I don't know if you hear that, but my computer's fan has been so damn loud. It's a gaming computer with 24 gigs of RAM. It's a gaming laptop with 24 gigs of RAM. It initially had 8, but I added 16. And it's still so bad at running things. And I'm just like, bro, I gave you 16 gigs extra RAM. How are you still this bad? It's an Acer Nitro 5. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys have any tips. I did clean the fans earlier this year. And also I put in the other RAM cartridge. And oh my god, when you open the back of the computer, this little tape thing that connects, I'm not really well versed in computer talk, as you can tell, but this little tape thing that connected the motherboard to the processor, whenever you open the back of the laptop, that detaches, and then reattaching it is really difficult. Like, who the frick designed it like that? That's so dumb. Anyways, and then I had like a panic attack because I had disconnected that and I thought I had fucked everything up. But it ended up being fine, and I had the help of my roommate at the time, and I was so thankful. I was like, oh my god, thank you for saving my life. Or rather, my laptop's life. He was very nice, but oh my god, I thought my computer was done for. And I do everything on my computer. I game a lot because I like gaming. What games do I play? Right now I actually have a Minecraft server with some friends because it's fun. I don't know. I'm not that good at Minecraft though. I'm never patient enough to do all the grinding, like mining for a lot of resources, finding diamonds and all that crap. I don't have the patience. I just like playing Minecraft to build shit. And to kill monsters. Killing monsters is really satisfying. But yeah. Maybe I'll just do like a soft glam look today. I don't want to wear too much makeup. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Bellini color on my lid. Just for a nice shine. I've been playing Among Us with these people that I don't really know in real life on a Discord channel or Discord server. I just recently started using Discord, so I'm not like well versed, I guess, in like Discord. But it's been pretty fun, except that there's this one guy that I actually know in real life. I personally didn't like this guy very much when I met him in real life, but that's okay. I feel like you're not like, you don't have to like everybody. If you get a bad vibe or if you just don't like someone, that's fine, as long as you're not rude to them. I didn't like him very much because I found him rude and not very socially apt, which again, that's okay for him and for me. You know, some people are less socially apt than others. I was really socially inept in high school. I was really socially awkward. I had social anxiety. Please don't attack me. Anyways, but yeah, but everyone else just keeps like bullying him on the server when we play Among Us, or like making fun of him when he does something wrong or whatever. And I thought that wasn't okay, so I straight up called everyone out on their shit. I was like, it's okay to, like, 'cause basically what happened is that the guy, was an imposter with this other dude. You know when you play Among Us, and at the end, if there's 6 people with 2 imposters, the imposters just have to call an emergency, like the reactor or whatever, and then just get 2 kills, and that's it. Well, the other imposter did that and killed 1 person, but the other dude, instead of killing someone, simply just fixed the reactor. And the guy got so mad because they ended up winning. Because the crewmates ended up winning, and he got really mad and he started like bashing on the other dude. And I'm like, I understand that it's frustrating, and I understand that you're sad from losing, but you can't be friggin' mean and salty about it to this one guy. Like, you can't do that. You can't make someone else feel bad just because you feel bad about it, you know? I found that was really, like, not okay. And after that, everyone was fine. After that, everyone, like, understood the message. And hopefully it'll make people think a bit more before speaking and before being mean and rude for no other reason than, like, being salty about losing. I don't know. That's the way that I see it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about that? But yeah, that's what happened on my Among Us server. I think I'm gonna keep it pretty simple in terms of my eyeshadow look. Maybe I'll do a darker shade actually on the lid. I feel like that could be fun. Let's go for... Should we straight up go for this color? I think so. I think I'm gonna straight up go for like one of the dark, like shimmery, deep purple colors. But I'm gonna use another brush. Let's see. Let's go for one of these little elf brushes. I never use these, but I feel like it could be good for like packing on color. So I'm gonna go with Delectable and just try to put this on my lid, but like on the outer part of my lid. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, oops. What else has been going on? I started working out again. I do these like really quick 10-minute workouts every second day. Actually, I have to do one today. Basically, it's this thing that my sister showed to me. My sister's big on like working out and health stuff, and I'm not really big on that stuff. I used to be back in high school, but I had abs in high school. Bruh. I had fucking abs in high school because I did 50 sit-ups in bed before sleeping every single day. With what motivation, bro? How the heck did you do that? I don't know. My eyeshadow looks kind of shitty, but whatever. I'm having fun. Are you having fun if you're still here? If you're gone, I'm sorry. If you're asleep, I'm glad you're asleep. But yeah, I want to start posting like music videos on YouTube, because I don't sing that well, but I do need the, like, you know, constructive criticism to hopefully be able to improve myself. I also am on this group on Facebook. It's like this group where people post them playing music and then asking for CNC, so comments and criticism. And I've been on this group for a while, but I've never actually posted, because I'm kind of afraid of performance, I guess, especially on my own, even though I was in a performative music program for a while. Figure that one out. Anyways, I think I'm gonna stick with this. And yeah, it wouldn't be my main instrument when I was in music was French horn, but I think I actively just dislike playing it on a regular basis because it's so damn hard. Playing the French horn is so fucking hard. Like, bro, why? Who invented you? Who the fuck thought, hey, you see this cool brass instrument that you have to buzz your lips into? Let's just make it so much harder than it has to be. Like, bro, why? Anyways, so I played French horn for like 10 years. And now I'm more into like singing jazz because that's just what I prefer. I don't sing like super cool shit. I just kind of sing oldies. I fucking love Ella Fitzgerald. What a lady. Oh my god. My mom actually like named me after her. Like low-key named me after her. My name is Isabel. And my mom didn't want to name me Ella because in French, where I come from, people speak French kind of whack. So they call me like Ella. Like instead of Ella. Ella. I guess like in France they'll be like Ella. Even then it's not a very francophone name. And then Isabella would have the same problem in French because it's like Isabella. Because that's how people speak French where I live. That's just how it be. So she went with Isabel. And she used to sing me that one song. Don't Cry. Or I think it's called Don't Be That Way. But it goes like, don't cry. Oh honey, please don't be that way. That song, my eyeliner's dying and I'm sad about it. Oh my god. I used to love the Kat Von D eyeliner. I hate Kat Von D, by the way. She's a Nazi, isn't she? I don't know, but I used to fucking love her eyeliner. But I've had this eyeliner for like not that long and it's already drying up on me. I just like I dip it in my drinking water because I don't care. And then it kind of fixes it. But yeah, I love Ella Fitzgerald. And right now, I'm still like slowly but surely trying to learn her solo on How High the Moon. That one time she sang it live in Berlin. Like the one that comes right after Mac the Knife. I don't know if you guys know anything about jazz. I don't know that much about jazz either. I just know some tunes from Ella Fitzgerald. But I'm more of a classical musician. But yeah, I freaking love Ella Fitzgerald, and I love her albums with Louis Armstrong. I love Louis Armstrong's singing voice. It's so like silly and funny, and then he plays the trumpet obviously really well. But yeah, I don't know that much about jazz, to be honest. But I could be into, I have this book that I was in the process of reading in the summer, but then when fall came, I ended a relationship and started school during COVID, and everything, you know, shit hit the fan, basically, so I stopped reading it. I can't actually grab it right now, it's right there, but it's next to my alarm clock that I don't use because it's very loud. The ticking sound of it is very loud, like you know, with arrows and shit. I don't use it because it's very loud. I wanted to get a clock for my room, like not like a digital one, but with the actual needles. I don't know if it's called that in English. In French, it's les aiguilles d'horloge, but in French or in English, I don't know what it's called. I think it's the arrows or the needles. I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to get one like that. That wasn't a fart. That was my foot. But yeah, I'm not actually pretty impressed with this eyeliner. I just don't know if I can recreate it on the other hand. By the way, I had this really nice purple nail polish, but I took it off because I didn't want to wear it anymore. And also my nails were like pretty long, but I hate having long nails. I just really dislike having long nails for some reason. So I took my nail polish off, and now I'm like I kind of miss the sparkles. It was like this kind of metallic purple shade, and I had added on top some purple and blue glitter, like a clear polish with purple and blue glitters on top, and it looked awesome, but I removed it. I think I'm gonna do it again with my short nails anyways. And whenever I do nail polish, I always am too like in a hurry. I can't do nothing with my hands for like 2 hours. That's impossible unless I'm like watching a movie, and even then I enjoy knitting or crocheting while I watch movies because I can't do nothing with my hands. If I do nothing with my hands, I go crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I still haven't put on the foundation. I'm so slow at this. This video is gonna like last an hour. Anyways, if you guys want me to do a video like this, but with just my real voice, that could be cool too. I feel like I'd probably post it on my other channel, because this is an ASMR channel. But yeah, I think I do enjoy, personally, when I listen to ASMR, my favorite kind is the kind where it switches between whispered and soft-spoken. I know I inversed those, but I don't care. And that's my favorite kind of like ASMR format. I feel like that's the one that gives me the most tingles, because I guess the difference between the whisper and the soft-spoken just makes it extra tingly for me. Yeah. I'm like kind of mad at my work right now because the service management is like pretty bad. There's this one supervisor that I have, or I think she's like a manager or something. I'm not really sure what her role is, but she's just really not good at her job. I'm like, how are you still here? I think she's been working there for like 30 years, so they can't really fire her. But she's just really rude to like all the employees. She's just very rude, very like unprofessional. She's just not. I don't even work with her that often. It's just from stories that I've heard from other employees that are my friends, my colleagues. She's just not a nice person, and she like gaslights people and blames them for things that she does, and I think that's just really shitty. I feel like if you're a supervisor or a manager in a store, you have to show the example and be kind and show to your employees or to your colleagues that their work is important and that they're appreciated. But whenever she works, everyone around her doesn't feel appreciated, and despise her. And I think that's really shitty on her part. She could just, like, I feel like some people expect respect but don't give it back, and that's just not okay. Like, if you want people to respect you, you have to respect other people. I think that should be a given, but some people don't understand that. Anyways, I just figured I'll do that. The reason why my eyeliner is so dry is probably because I leave the cap off so often. Or not so often, but for so long. That could be the reason. By the way, you can probably tell that I'm looking at myself in my screen and not at the camera a lot. That's because I'm not used to filming. As you can tell, this is like my second video in a very long time. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to upload it. I probably will, but I'm not like 100% sure that I'm going to upload this. I'll have to listen back to it and see how it turned out. I actually, from these videos, the last one anyways, I uploaded it and then I listened to it to make myself fall asleep, and it worked. So, you know, yeah. Anyways, now onto face makeup, and I'm going to also do highlighter and all that. I don't wear mascara because I don't like wearing mascara. That's my only reason. And also the mascara that I have right now, I find that it smudges a lot. It didn't used to smudge, but now it does. I don't know why. Whatever. So for face makeup, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on some primer. I have this one from The Ordinary. I don't know if you can tell that. People are laughing outside, it's so annoying. But it's the day, so I can't really complain. In my apartment building, people are allowed to be noisy during the day. Oh my god. Can I be salty about my upstairs neighbors real quick? So, we have two upstairs neighbors. They're a couple. And one of the men is just the rudest fucking person I've ever met. The other guy, I've never actually met him, but he actually seems like a nice guy, from what I've heard. But the other guy literally is abusive towards his partner, because we hear them fighting a lot, and it's just the one guy like screaming at the other, and some people have even called the police on them at one point before we moved here. Some people have even called the police on them because of how bad it sounded. But the owner of the building still hasn't done anything about it, even though there's been like a lot of complaints, you know, like a lot of complaints about them. And during the first week that we first moved into our apartment, you know, we had to like unload boxes, and we had to make some noise during the day to do that. And the guy literally complained to the landlord about us making noise during the day because we were unpacking our stuff because we're moving in. That was like number one red flag. Second red flag was, I think it was the first week that we were here. It was 2 in the morning. I personally didn't hear it because my room, I think the room on top of mine is like their living room or something. Or maybe their bedroom. I'm not really sure of the layout of their apartment. But basically, my roommates, they're a couple, so they sleep in the same room. And they were hearing the upstairs neighbors at like 2 a.m. singing karaoke like super loudly. So like the typical, like when you're living in an apartment, the typical thing to do is like get a broom and just like hit the ceiling with the broom to tell people to shut up. Because if you don't want to confront them or whatever, that's usually like the thing to do. And the fucking neighbor literally came to our door, knocked super loudly, and we opened up, and he wasn't wearing a mask, and he was yelling at my roommate. I wasn't there for this, but I heard it, you know. It was really scary. And was telling us to like I don't remember what he was saying, to be honest. It's been a few months, but he was just mad at us for hitting the ceiling with a broom. And we were like my roommate was like, "Bruh, you're like singing karaoke at 2 in the morning. I'm allowed to do that." And the guy complained about my roommate. My roommate plays a flute. He was complaining about my roommate playing the flute during the day at a completely reasonable hour. Like, "Your flute playing is so loud." And I'm like, "Bruh." And then after that, he proceeds to go back to his apartment and yell at his partner. His partner was probably telling him like, "Hey, they're right. We probably shouldn't be making so much noise at 2 a.m. And he was yelling at his partner or yelling against us. I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm getting distracted by my storytelling. Second thing that, or I guess third thing, technically, third red flag was when, I don't remember if that's the third thing, but sometimes we'll hear them speak very loudly at night, or making a lot of noise at night, and that's really annoying. Let me get some water. I don't know what foundation to use today. I'm gonna use concealer for sure. I think I might go with this. Okay, so yeah, third red flag was one time we were just like in our apartment and I was walking up and down the hallway because I was doing some cleaning or whatever. I was doing some cleaning in the apartment. And whenever I'd walk, or whenever anybody would walk down the hallway, the guy would like yell at us from upstairs. And it's like, what? Am I not allowed to walk in my own apartment? Bitch, I pay for this place. I'm allowed to walk during the fucking day. It was literally noon, and the guy was yelling at us because we were walking. And I have to say, I do walk on my heels because that's the way to walk if you don't want any feet problems. Like, hello, I want a healthy fucking spine. Anyways, so the guy was salty about that, and he was like yelling at us and like knocking on the ground, which is our ceiling, and being a bitch about it. I was so fucking mad. I had it up to here with these fucking people, or with this one fucking person, because again, his partner seems really like okay. I've never met him, but he seems to be totally like sane and a good person. To be fair, the previous tenants of this apartment had warned us about these guys, or about the one guy, and apparently he had done like even worse things to the previous tenant. Like, he would blame them for leaving cigarette butts in front of the building, when in fact it wasn't actually them doing it. They would always throw theirs away. They were cigarette smokers. Who also, the guys upstairs both smoke weed inside their apartment, even though it's not allowed. Like, it's in the lease. You're not allowed to smoke indoors, even if it's not cigarettes. Like, I smoke weed on a regular basis, and I go outside to smoke because it's not allowed to smoke inside. Obviously, some days I don't want to drag my ass outside to smoke weed, but you know, that's what I have to do. And it's respectful to go outside to smoke, especially like I feel like cigarette smell sticks way more than weed smell. I could not smoke cigarettes. I like took one puff of cigarette once, and the head rush it gave me was just like way too much. I don't understand cigarettes, but you know, to each their own. But also, don't smoke cigarettes. It's bad for you. You're gonna get lung cancer. I don't think that weed can cause lung cancer technically, but it's certainly not good for your lungs. make people want to smoke weed. I just smoke it because it helps my anxiety and my depression. Although I have been trying to limit my consumption of it, because I know that it's not healthy to smoke it like as much as I do. But you know, it really does help my anxiety and depression. It's not for everyone. I know that for some people it makes them even more anxious and like paranoid and stuff. I've had that happen a couple times. And if I'm like at a party or something and I'm smoking with people that I'm not super confident around, that will make me really anxious because I think I'll always be thinking that they're judging me or something. I'm always like paranoid about that, about people judging me for it. Anyways, I'm gonna put on foundation now. In these videos where like the freaking Instagram people, they do like the drops, like the I don't know, I'm probably doing it wrong. Or like from a cult or something, I'm gonna kidnap you and bring you to my cult. It's a hamster cult where we all have hamsters and show our hamsters off. I'd be okay with that kind of cult. Speaking of cults, I actually wanted to talk about, I keep getting these little flyers at work of like people, they like leave these flowers at the caches or whatever, and they're like flowers to try to get people to be a Christian. And I find it so funny because I'm totally an atheist, and by the way, whatever beliefs you have, I don't care. I respect you, whatever, as long as you're not hurting others or preying on others with your beliefs. I find these pamphlets, like, I feel like in these cases the pamphlets kind of take advantage of people's weaknesses and is just trying to attract people who are too innocent to know what they're getting into, and I feel like that's really not okay. I feel like religion is okay until it's bigoted, or until it tries to prey on people's weaknesses, or it tries to attract people who might be not having a good time in life right now, you know? I feel like that's not a good excuse to like try to share a religion. I don't know. I find it pretty manipulative. Again, this is my opinion. Doesn't mean that it's objectively right. But that's the way I think about it. I know plenty of really great Christian people. I'm talking about Christianity, by the way. I know a lot of really good Christian people. You know, people that I know in real life or not, that I know over the internet. Or, by example, God is great. Love her. She's great. She's respectful towards everybody. And she interprets the Bible in a way that's not like fucking bigoted and homophobic and transphobic, and that like shames sexuality. Oh my god. And I love that for her. And also I have I have a few friends, not a lot, I have a few friends that are Christians, and they're great people. They're really nice. They don't condemn sexuality, and if they want to remain virgins themselves until marriage, sure, whatever, you do you, girl, as long as you don't like bitch against people who decide not to keep the virginity before marriage. You know what I mean? Speaking of homophobia and transphobia, I don't know if you knew this. I think I've mentioned it already a couple times in this video, but I'm bisexual. And I'm really excited because I asked this girl out on Tinder. Not in real life, obviously. We're not going to see each other in real life because COVID. But we're going to have a Zoom date this week, and I'm really excited about it. I haven't had a date in so long. Obviously because of COVID, and also I came out of a relationship in September. It was like a 1-year relationship, but it was really meaningful to me, and I do miss the guy, but not like in a romantic way. I just miss him as a friend, and we are going to be friends once COVID is over, which will be in a while, I think. I look so pale right now, oh my god. It must be the foundation, or not the foundation, the SPF moisturizer. I think it's that's just casting a white glow. I'm like fucking flashback James Charles from that one meme. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because in real life it looks totally fine. It's just in the camera that it looks absolutely ridiculous. Maybe I'll turn this off. Wait, let's try this. Like, see, it looks way better like that. But the actual video quality I feel like is less good. So I'm gonna turn it back on. What can I do? ASMR thing wrong, but I'm trying. Okay. It's a lot of powder. Oh, you know what I watched recently? I watched Jessica. I don't know her last name. I'm sorry. But her and her girlfriend Claudia, or no, I think they're wives actually. I think they're married. Her and her wife Claudia are pregnant, and I'm so excited for them. They had like this long vlog on their channel, or it's on Jessica's channel, where they were showing the process of trying to get Claudia pregnant with like donor sperm and stuff like that. And it was such an emotional but beautiful video, in my opinion. It was so nice to see. Like, they were so, I mean, I won't spoil it, but you know, obviously they were able to get pregnant at the end. I guess I did spoil it, but that's besides the point. The point is I'm really happy for them, and I hope that their baby is gonna be really happy. I'm sure their baby will be really happy. I think they currently have 2 dogs, who are absolutely adorable, by the way. I love dogs. I prefer dogs over cats, from by far, whatever. I do still like cats, but I find they're not as friendly and not as playful as dogs are. I've always just preferred dogs over cats. I think this is also because my mom likes dogs better than cats as well. Yeah. I actually had a bird growing up. It was a lovebird. I only had one. Her name was Charlie. And now that I think back, my bird care was totally wrong. I did not know that seed mixes for birds actually were not, like, that shouldn't be their actual feed. If you want to look more into bird care, there's plenty of channels on YouTube that talk about it. But basically, a lot of animal care that's shown in, like, pet stores is actually terrible. Please do your research online if you want to get a pet. Like, by example, for hamsters, I relied heavily on Victoria Rachel's channel on YouTube. She's great. She's a pet channel, but that mostly concentrates on hamsters, and she's the one actually that inspired me into getting my little Roborowski hamster, because she had a hamster named Tater Tot that was a small Roborowski hamster, and she was very cute. Unfortunately, she did die, but you know, hamsters have a pretty short life. That's just how they are. But I want to start having hamsters. Or I have started getting hamsters, but I want to have hamsters because I find them very fascinating as a creature. Like, first of all, they burrow so deep, and it's so fun to see them burrow. Sometimes I'll see little Pantouf, like her food stash is right in that corner there, and sometimes I'll see her in the corner with her little head, like, eating from her food stash, and it's so cute. And she also has, you can't really tell, but she has a multi-chamber hideout. And sometimes during the night I will lift it to be able to clean out like any like poop or pee or whatever. I will clean it out. And sometimes she'll come out, or she'll come back in and she'll be like, I need attention, you know. She's so cute. I love her. And then Banjo. Banjo's Enclosure is a IKEA Detolf, and it's actually larger than Pantouf's Enclosure. But it's like much slimmer, but it's longer, you know. And I think he really likes his enclosure too. A third of his enclosure is sand, and he absolutely adores his sand bath. He's always hanging out there. I got him a silent spinner, a 12-inch silent spinner, because Banjo is very, very fast. I tried putting him in a smaller wheel, and it didn't work really well. Actually, I saw him. He ran so fast that at some point he tried braking, but he just spinned. I'm terrible at English. He just like spinned a bunch of times and then fell on his back, and I was like, nope, that's not safe. I'm gonna get you a bigger wheel. So I got him a bigger wheel. Yeah, please get appropriate wheels for your hamsters. Please do your research. Anyways, I mean, technically the first wheel that I got him was like technically safe for him because it was a big enough wheel, but because of how light, and it was an 8-inch wheel, because of how light it is, it ended up just not being suitable for him. He needed a much heavier wheel despite being so light. I guess it's more bronze. It's not really contour, it's more like just bronzer. It's a little orange on me, I have to say. Whoops. Oh well. Do I care? Only a little bit. Please don't attack me. But yeah. Just to get some color back into my face, you know? Someone's awake. But yeah, I love my hamsters. I keep saying it, but I just really like my hamsters. Sorry, that was loud. Now I'm gonna do some blush. I'm gonna go with my good old Marcel. It's like a dusty rose color. I think it's literally what it's called. It's called dust. But then the French translation says poussière de rose, which means rose dust. So it's bad translations. I love bad translations from French to English and vice versa. I find it absolute. Oh my god, that's a lot of blush. Whoops. Oh well. But yeah, I love bad translations from French to English or vice versa because I speak both languages, and I think it's so funny. Also, I'm learning German right now. This semester, I'm taking German 3. I just finished German 2. I'm taking German 3. If you guys want me to do a video speaking German, let me know. I'm not that good at it. My pronunciation is okay, but my vocabulary is terrible. You know? But I would say I've been told that I pronounce things pretty well. Like, not perfectly, obviously, because I'm not like a native German speaker and haven't been speaking it very long. But yeah. Alright, it's time for my favorite. It's time for highlighter. Wait, no. Wrong palette. This is my color palette. I guess she's not coming out. This is my highlighter palette. And I'm just gonna put some on my cheeks. Like that. I'm using my computer screen to see what I'm doing. So it might not be that great. That's the reason why. That's my excuse. But yeah, I'm just gonna. Not bad. And I'm gonna highlight my bridge, or not my bridge, my brow bone a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, please, if you're still here on the video, please comment down below about, first thing, what video you want me to do next. Second thing, how COVID has affected you. And third thing, a random fact about yourself. I don't know. I'm just trying to find things to say. I mean, not to say, but to leave in the comments, because I want to hear about my viewers and I want to see what they want, you know? Obviously, if your demands are way out of bounds, not out of bounds, but too crazy, like, no, I will not start an OnlyFans. But, you know, not that I respect people who have OnlyFans, because why not capitalize off your own sexuality, you know? Like, you do you, but it's not for me. Well, at least I don't think it's for me. Maybe if I'm desperate enough one day, or if I want to one day. I don't know. I think I'm just down for lip gloss. I don't really like wearing lipstick that often. Especially now with COVID when I have to wear a mask. When I go out. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry if the quality is not that great. I'm just, I'm doing this for fun. I'm really doing this mostly for myself. I know it's selfish, but that's the way it is. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that it helped you relax or fall asleep.